Hey everyone, so I come to you with a video today saying that I love coffee, and most recently I've been into making coffee at home every single day because it's affordable, also delicious. You could flavor your coffee at home in any way that you want with any amount that you want without having to worry about Starbucks getting it wrong. And plus, the prices at Starbucks are just ridiculous, and they charge for non-dairy milks 70 cents, which is really frustrating for people who don't want to support the dairy industry or who are also just plain lactose intolerant or allergic to dairy. Like, come on, Starbucks. But anyways, cold brew coffee is a great way to start your morning, to kickstart your morning, because it's a lot stronger than just regular brewed hot coffee. Cold brew coffee is basically a method of a slower method of brewing coffee grounds. And I personally love it because I don't get that same burnt taste from hot coffee as I do with cold brew. And apparently it is 67% less acidic than hot brewed coffee. So that's pretty good on your stomach and on your teeth, which I don't want my teeth stained because of this delicious beverage, you know what I mean? And all you need to do is steep coffee grounds, preferably coarse coffee grounds. Steep it into filtered cold water or just filtered water at room temperature, and throw it in the fridge overnight. I started this last night at like 7 p.m. and poured it into my glass at around like 9 a.m. So just overnight is totally fine. That's basically how you make cold brew coffee, and you're good to go. So let's get into this video. Okay, starting off with our ingredients, you will need your coffee grounds, any brand of choice, 3 cups of filtered water at room temperature or cold, a container or a jar that you want to put all of your coffee into, and lastly you'll need 1/4 of a measuring cup. Go ahead and open up your coffee grounds, whether that be from a bag or a can. Mine was from a can, and as you can tell, when I opened it, it just popped all over the place and I got coffee grounds all over and yeah, not fun. I think that 3 heaping spoonfuls of coffee grounds is the perfect amount for a full flavor. If it's anything less than that, I have done this in the past, and if it's like a flat scoop, the coffee isn't as strong, and it comes out very weak. But I really like my cold brew strong, so I recommend these spoonfuls to be heaping. Then you're gonna pour over your cold water into the container over the coffee grounds. If you can, go ahead and try to get the water to cover the coffee grounds, but if not, just go ahead and grab a spoon like what I did here and just mix it into the water. Make sure all of the coffee grounds are immersed and mixed in pretty much until it looks like mud. Then go ahead and close it up and store it in the fridge overnight, preferably 8 to 10 hours. So the final step in making this cold brew is to scoop out all of the coffee grounds as much as you can. And I don't have a nut bag or a cheesecloth, so all that I'm doing here is just scooping it with a spoon, straining it with a spoon. Then I'm also going to use a mesh strainer that I had in the kitchen. I don't have a cheesecloth or a nut milk bag, so this is all that I have. But I don't really mind having some coffee grounds in my coffee, so the first time that you pour it, a lot of coffee grounds still go through the strainer, but you just have to repeat the process as many times as you want to get rid of all of the coffee grounds. I only had to repeat this twice. I don't mind a little bit of coffee grounds in my coffee, so it turned out okay, and I don't really mind the labor. So this made 2 batches, one for today and one for the next. And I'm just serving this with a bunch of ice cubes because I like mine watered down a little more, so I put in there like 3 to 4 large chunks of ice cubes. And you could do whatever you want. This is the final step. You can just top it off with whatever milk that you want. I use soy milk, and this is my favorite brand, Pacific, and it's the unsweetened one. And I just poured a splash of that in to my coffee and it made a really good beverage. I really like my coffee simple, but again, do whatever you want. And that is how you make cold brew coffee. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will catch you in my next video.